Hello everybody, today I have an interesting bulb to share with all of you. Well, at least I hope that everything I share with you is interesting. But anyway, this is a Lights of America The Bulb bulb. Now I've had a couple of these go through my hands over the years, however most of them have been burned out. I've never been able to find one that is in working order. So here's one, brand new in its package. It has been opened, but it is new. I picked it up at Goodwill for $2 because I wanted to share this with all of you. I think it's one of the very first electronically ballasted CFLs, at least with an enclosure that would look like a standard incandescent. Now it's definitely bigger than a standard A19 incandescent bulb, and let me grab one of those so you can see what I'm talking about. So there's a standard incandescent bulb, and you can see it's definitely bigger. It's more of the size of like a A23 or something like that, I'd say. But I think the idea behind making one like this and then calling it the bulb is for the shades that would clip on to the bulb itself. You could do that with one of these. But anyway, really interesting packaging. I remember this packaging when these bulbs from Lights of America were first coming out with the tie-dye behind it. Very cool. Anyway, they call it the bulb for whatever reason. I mean, this is a bulb too, but it's for indoor and outdoor use, of course, inside an enclosed fixture. I wonder how it would do in really cold temperatures. It says it lasts up to 7 years. Well, I hope so, considering most of them that I've seen have been burned out. Maybe they were just used that long. I don't know. And down here, they compare a standard incandescent to this bulb in the packaging. So they show the watts, standard 60 watt incandescent here, and they show the light output between, 500 and 900 lumens, anywhere between there. And I assume that they show that the variation because you could have a 130 volt bulb or a 120 volt bulb, and that will, change the lumen output if it's ran on like 118 volts or 120, whatever. So they're just showing that there. You have a standard bulb that's 750 hours or the long life 130 volt ones. Anyway, you can see this one's 13 watts, pretty standard for a typical 60 watt CFL. 720 lumens, 10,000 hours, I guess so. Lumens stated in base down position. Oh, because I suppose inside is like a PL style bulb, so if you look at it from the top, I'm sure it's a little darker than from the side. I don't know why that matters. Why it matters that it's from the base down position. What if you put it base up, it doesn't get as bright? Interesting. Model 2000, I assume it came out around 2000 as well. Made in the USA. I don't think Lights of America stuff is anymore. Lighting for a new millennium. Yeah, okay. LED took that one over. On the back we have some more information. They compare it to an incandescent. At least they show you that it's not the same size. You can see what the inside of it looks like there. I'll take this plastic thing out so you can read everything a little bit easier. Lamps. That's definitely not this bulb. That's a R-style bulb or whatever. Actually, looking at that, it has a nice green hue around it. Maybe it's a mercury vapor bulb. That would be neat. And you have a cost savings and all this kind of stuff. $19.99, so yeah, around the time of 2000. Very cool. So let's go ahead and take the bulb itself out. It is quite light because it is electronically ballasted. We don't have too much information on it, just standard stuff that we've already looked at on the package. Lights of America. They always had plenty of vents on their bulbs. Now this doesn't come off. I've tried. But inside it looks exactly like the picture they have here. It looks like a standard PL bulb that isn't replaceable. So let's go ahead and screw it in here. And I'll turn off all these lights. Let's turn it on. Well, that was very underwhelming. Okay, that worked. Anyway, just cut that out. Okay, so let's turn it on. There we go, starts right up. It has a little bit of a noise there as it's starting to ignite itself. You can see the shape of the U-shaped bent tubes inside. It's not too dim to start off with. I'd say right now it's about the brightness of a 25 watt bulb. So it's going to take a little bit for this thing to warm up. However, it's not like the CFLs, the spiral ones that we have still lingering around today that have a reduced amount of mercury inside of them. This one, I'm sure, is a full mercury fluorescent bulb, because I don't think that restriction was really a thing to care about at the time, or even around, I'm not sure. So it's all plastic. Naturally, everything Lights of America has always been plastic. They're outdoor fixtures, doesn't even matter. You just say Lights of America and all you think of is plastic. And electronically ballasted everything. Just like the 50 watt high pressure sodium wall pack. I think I have one of those on my channel. That thing was electronically ballasted. Really odd. They did everything electronically ballasted. Maybe they did some things magnetically ballasted, I'm not sure. I think some very, very early stuff, like the circle line adapters and some really early U-shaped tube adapters. I think I might have a video of one on my channel somewhere maybe. But very early stuff, but they went to electronic as fast as they could. Anyway, I think it's at full brightness now because it's not really gotten any brighter. I don't even know if it's the brightness of a 60 watt bulb, to tell you the truth. Looks more like a 50 watt, a little brighter than 40 watts. I'm sure some of the light is, lost through this diffuser here. Doesn't have any hiss or hum or nothing because it's electronically ballasted. You wouldn't even hear it. Let me put it next to my ear. Nothing. Not even a slight hum from the little tiny transformer on the board. So very cool. It's a very nice piece because of the history behind it. Of course, everything now is LED, so it's always interesting to find some early examples of lighting that they thought would be the future. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And that's probably fine, because we found a much better option to be used anyway. Well, this video has gone really long. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.